You don't necessarily need to do all these screws, but I'm just doing all of them. All right, there we are. Before I go any further, I just want to grab this PWM connection, send it back through the case, so that we can grab it and connect it to the CPU fan header. Which CPU fan one is this one right up here. Beautiful. And then we'll remove this plastic over the actual block of the cooler. Get our thermal paste ready. Then we do have a few more cables that we have to send to the back. And another PWM pump header. The pump header! This confuses me. Thermal paste time. We're going to do a nice X pattern with a couple of extra dots. Then we're going to take this pump, now that we've removed the plastic, I'm going to go down and around like this. We're going to get our screw ready. Okay, cooler installed, minus all these extra fun cables. Which I don't like about, that's like the one thing I don't like about this cooler. It's all the cables that come off this block. I understand, you know, 1 or 2 cables should be coming off of it anyway, regardless. But 4, a little bit ridiculous. So this way, the L-Connect software is not going to be running the pump and the fan headers. I want the motherboard software to run the pump and the fans. I do not want L-Connect running this, which is why I did it the way I did it. Even though you can connect it to this chain and have it part of L-Connect, I don't want it to be. I want it to be alone with the motherboard. The fan speed and the pump speed should be between the motherboard, the CPU, and that's it. No other software in between. So when the CPU connected to the motherboard decides that it's too hot and needs more fan, it'll tell the motherboard to say, hey, spin those fans up. And the motherboard will be like, I got you, brah. No problem. Okay, there we go. We got our CPU cooler installed with our motherboard, our RAM, our SSD, our CPU, even our power supply. Really, all we got to do is plug the graphics card in, do some cable management, and fire this bad boy up. Let's do that. 4070 Ti, here we go. This is a mammoth of a card. The RTX 4070 Ti by Zotac. Beautiful card. It's a 2-slot card. But it's got 12 gigabytes of GDDR6X at 192-bit. That's PCI 4.0. So we're taking advantage of that PCI 4.0 compatibility on the motherboard and the CPU for the higher bus speed. Oh. Let's get this slotted real quick. We just dropped it in place. And then 2 screws here on the side. And that'll secure the card. And then we plugged our 600 watt cable in, making sure it's plugged in all the way. Which it's good. Making sure there's no force on it, which is good. Now, flip it over, do some cable management. Ugh. Finish it up. Alright, we got this connection to deal with. And that fan and RGB. Forgot about these. Not too shabby. Shoot. Yeah, we're going up there with it. We've changed directions on this RGB cable. I thought I was going to go down there, but the connection's on the other side of the board. This cable won't exactly reach right. So there is another RGB option at the top of the case, at the top of the board here. I'm just going to run it that way. Even though normally I would have liked that on the bottom. But it's okay. Not that big of a deal here. There we go. That's all plugged in, ready to go. Yeah. I'm working. What are you doing? Working. Yeah. What are you doing? Really? You think so? Oh.
Dada.
Yeah,
Then.
I'm building. Still. Doing the same thing. I'm still building. Building. Hold on. Hold your horses.
Okay. Mama, no. Why?
What are you talking about? Mama, what'd she do?
Mama,
Really?
what is she? I wanna Papa. I wanna Papa. Papa. I wanna Papa.
Moana?
I wanna Papa.
What?
I wanna Papa.
You want a Bubba?
I wanna Papa.
Well, go get it.
I wanna Papa. I got it. I'm see my minute. Minute? Must see my minute. No, Mama, my puppy. Mama, too bold.
Really? Are you playing with my screwdrivers?
No.
Yeah, you are. Why are you playing with my screwdrivers?
Mama, see me.
Yeah, no, why you? That was a question for you, kiddo.
What?
It was a question for you. Uh-oh. Mama's getting you.
Mama, wait a minute.
She's fine, Mommy. I hear. Are you supposed to go with Mama?
No.
No. You don't want to?
You wanna? Oh, Mommy, tell me.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? We're almost done with the build. Almost done. Just doing a little bit of last second cable management here. Finalization on the cable management. Making sure it's all clean. And I've got a little miss over here playing with my screwdrivers right now. Hanging out with Daddy.
Mama. Mama. Baby. Baby. Is it taco baby? Taco.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama say Mama Bina. Maggie. Much. Okay. Mama Sima. Hi, Gabby. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Jack, don't leave me. Jack,
Bless you. You're welcome. Okay, so we are ready to put this together, plug it in, and fire it up. I just gotta put the panels back on. Then we're gonna clean this up real quick, and then we can fire it up. I'm gonna clean up. Now, clean up time. No. They're not babies, they're my screwdrivers. Don't touch. No. No. You're squishing the box. What? Okay, let's fire this bad boy up, shall we? No. We know. Every USB you have to plug in like 3 different times. I don't know why that's still a thing. Okay, everybody ready to see this bad boy? Punch it. There you have it. Ooh, looking good. It is. We also got a post, so power on self-test was successful. Means we can move on to Windows. And are the top fans supposed to be RGB? No, there are no RGB on these the top fans, but they are performance fans. So the trade-off is I have better performing fans, but I don't have RGB on them. That's the trade-off. This one didn't need a lot of RGB or fancy flare on it. It was literally built for performance. We just wanted as much performance as we could in this PC. I wasn't going all out on the RGB or spending extra money on the budget there. we just went as fast as we could with the CPU, the motherboard, the graphics card, and the RAM, and the SSD, and obviously a quality power supply to last a long time, and a quality cooler to last a long time and keep it consistently cool in different types of environments. Because it's going to be in the garage, and then it could be in the house. He's going to be moving it around, he said. So, a lot of different scenarios for this build. But overall, super solid build. Will pretty much do anything you want it to do at this point. Running your stream simulator or your simulators, if it's racing sim, flying sim, or even like a golf sim in 4K super high resolution, which was originally what we were kind of targeting, was a high resolution simulator. This thing's going to do the job really nicely for him. I'm super happy about finishing this build, and I'm super excited to get it done and actually get it over to him so he can start using it. So at this point, we're going to probably be looking at having this thing ready to go tomorrow. So we should have it ready for pickup tomorrow. And we'll also have more build streams tomorrow, most likely. I have 2 more builds. One I actually might have a guest here for, which would be cool. But we have 2 more builds, 3. We could potentially have 4, but that's a lot of building in one day, and I really don't have the energy. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And then I got more parts coming in for more builds on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, something like that. So keep the builds coming, people. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your evening. I'm going to sign off here. Do you need help building? Currently right now, I do not need any additional assistance. When I do get in too deep, when I have, especially around the holiday, I have my brother, a couple of my brothers actually that build as well, and they'll come over and help me. And then I can kind of supervise the build as we're doing them to make sure they're built, and then I always test them and go through them and make sure they're all clean and everything's good. So sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it can be more work for me because I'll have to go back and redo stuff, and it would have been just quicker if I did the build myself as well. But right now I just don't have the workload for any assistance right now. I have a lot of builds, it seems like, but again, this is what I'm doing full time, so I have the time to go through and build. And I don't rush through my builds. I build them, neatly, clean, so that they're quality builds. But in the future, maybe we might need some help in the future. So if you're ever interested in something like that, you feel free to send over your resume to the email support@empowergamingpcs.com. All right, guys. Again, I'm signing off. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a good Friday evening, and I will see you guys on the next stream, probably tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.